what's good, y'all? Welcome to my review of this week's episode of My Hero Academia. But before we begin on that, I gotta give you some notes like this. You know what I found out today about Hiraka? You know that we're no longer getting simuldubs, same day simuldubs from Funimation that we'd be getting, just to begin the series, consistently every day, we're not getting that anymore. Now we gotta wait 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I mean, I don't know if that's like the normal simuldub Funimation's been doing for their other series, but because I've been watching My Hero Academia dubbed, and this is some good shit. Now I gotta wait 2 weeks for my dubs? Really, Funimation? 2 weeks? 2 weeks? You couldn't make it 1 week? Why you gotta be 2 weeks? You could tell it's still a little salty about it. I would have liked a little bit more of a warning, or something like Funimation said, like, don't expect this to be the whole series. I mean, I actually found an article. I was scrolling through Twitter, and apparently they were only planning on doing 6 episodes, but they managed to keep doing it for 14 episodes. At least they able to listen to the Japanese audience as bad as listen to Dragon Ball Japanese, where I literally cannot listen to any Dragon Ball series sub, Super or DBZ. I cannot listen to it sub. It's so cringy. The dub is so much better, but that's just me, guys. So, with that being said, let's get on to the actual review itself. To be ranting about Funimation just screwing me over like that with no warning. But anyway, let's begin. Alright. So we start this episode off with where we left off last week, where Deku has his whole body going on with one full length. Whole body it has the word for all quirk, like the red marks all over his body. Don't really know how to explain it, but like. Yeah, he has one throw running throughout his whole body, not just his arms and legs. And then Gran Torino times it for 3 minutes, and then he's gonna use that 3 minutes to see if he can hit him while he has one for all running throughout his body. And while Gran Torino is gonna be jumping off of the wall and hitting him, which Deku manages not. He never really did get him, but he did manage to go under the couch and just throw it up to Gran Torino. He did him then, although there was a scratch on him as well, so I guess he got him. So I think that might have been for the couch. Anyway, so yeah. And then Gran Torino tells Deku to get more of those fish things that you microwave. I forget what they're called, but they spilled over while Gran Torino's flying on the wall. So Deku go grabs them there. Then we get a quick montage of seeing some of the others how they're doing. We see Uraraka, which she's doing. I think she was just doing some training. Koski was getting his hair done by the dude. They had some hair to him, but then his hair just kind of came back. And then we went to what's that dude's name? We had Tetsu and Kirishima, where they created their lead, their boss, I guess you could say. Some teeny said it was lukewarm, so he punched both of them, but they both managed to harden it the same before he managed to up, so his hands were pulsing. And we also saw Momo, which her teacher's pretty much her boss just drinking a fellowship, and then Momo's like, this has to something to do with heroes, with being a hero, right? Right? Yeah, and then after that we get to see All Might with a police officer, where the officer tells him that actually, I'm guessing they had some history together, that actually, the guy that All Might was fighting at the end of season 1, the guy that his quirk was absorption, like he could absorb stuff like a sponge, but he can only do it for so long, and that's how Deku, All Might's managed to feel. But yeah, we apparently found out that his body actually had the DNA of 4 separate individuals, which gave him multiple quirks. So that's interesting to find. So we find out that you can get, if you have someone's blood from, I don't know who these 4 people were, but apparently if you get their blood, you can then have their quirks, or at least have multiple quirks from different people's bloods. Oh, interesting. Alright, and then after that we get to Stain, which after, last week where he said, pretty much, I'm not working with you because you have no conviction, you don't have motives to why you want to kill him, you just want to kill him, just for shits, I guess. We find out actually he stabbed him, and the guy that teleports. He has a sword right through him, and he has the teleport guy cut through him, and then we actually find out it's something you have no conviction, I'm done. Where actually we find the dude, I don't know the dude's name, the dude with know all those hands on him. He's always scratching himself. I forgot the dude's name, but we find out actually that He does have a quirk indeed. That quirk is pretty much he rushed it pretty much like he like grabbed the sword because it was like don't touch the hands, and he like grabbed the sword, cracked it a little bit, then it rusted, and then just you know shattered, I guess. Yeah, so I guess that's its quirk is rusting shit. And then after that, we saw it go into Tenya Ida, who still thinking about his brother, and kind of wants revenge for on Sting, which so he kind of like goes through his mind like some nuclear about Sting killing a bunch of heroes, and then he's walking along with his boss for the internship, where he tells him like you're still thinking about Sting, that's why you picked my hero my hero. I forget what these things are actually called. It's like his hero firm, I guess. His hero squad, I guess. His hero association. Hero association. He picked his hero association. That's why I picked him, but he was like, "Oh no!" But if you didn't, I mean, that's cool. But I'm so happy that you're here. And and then he tells him pretty much like, "We don't use that we don't use our quirks for our own selfish gains, and then if you do that, there's a price to pay." So I guess in a way he's kind of telling him what Uncle Ben told Peter Parker: with great power comes great responsibility. Nice little touch there. Or that could just be with my Spider-Man knowledge. Then we get back to Deku, who was doing another round with Gran Torino, about using one for all, and then dodging his test. He's getting trails, and then Gran Torino tells him to put his suit on because they're going to phase 2, which is actual real life crime fight. They said they're gonna head over to Shibuya and do some real life crime fighting there. So they take a taxi to the train station, take a bullet train to there, which then we get to Ida, and then we get back to Ida, where there's actually an explosion going on while they're in the bullet train. Someone actually crashed through the train itself, and Gran Torino and Gran Torino told Deku to just stay there, and Gran Torino just, when, doing his usual, jumping off a building. And for doing this, he's still good. He can still hold his own. I mean, that dude got some serious. He took one of the dudes. One of the dudes, like, I'm guessing zombies. I don't know what they're called, but I'm just gonna call them zombies because that's pretty much what they are. Zombies, and like put them and like grabbed them out of the train, like went through a building. Yeah. And then we get back to Ida, who is, with his boss, and then he's running through, and then he goes to an alleyway while he's still going straight. Ida goes to an alleyway, and he's still where that's where Stain is, and then Ida is like, you were the one that hurt my brother. I'm here for revenge, pretty much. I forget the name what he said. It's like, in Gideon, that's what he said. He was like, his name is in game, and actually, and then the episode ends there. Yeah. Looking forward to next week. I look forward to having to watch all the episodes for the rest of season 2 subbed. And have to wait 2 weeks for my dubs. It's like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, really? Funimation, you've been doing this on the same day for 14 episodes straight. You can't shorten to a week. But whatever. I don't know nothing about the dub, how like the process it takes to dub in an episode, so I don't know. Maybe 2 weeks is probably the best. I don't know. But still 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Anyway. So yeah, guys. So overall, really enjoyed this episode. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Looking forward to next week. The rest seeing Ida face off against Sting. That's gonna be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if Sting ends up whooping Ida's ass and Deku comes to save at the last second or something. I guess I'll find next week. So yeah, guys, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and as always, come back for more. See you guys, and expect my War Plans Apes review later today, as well as maybe also a manga pickup, video when I get home after we see War of the Planet Apes. So yeah, guys, see you next time.